What's up everyone, Jake here. Welcome to my first video on a new series I'm calling Cool Tools of the Week. My plan for this series is to highlight some tools and tool accessories you might not know about. In this video, I have 4 products from the online tool store Toolant. In case you haven't heard of them, they are an online retailer that specializes in sourcing quality products from the original manufacturer. Many of their products include drill bits and blades that are made by the same manufacturer as popular brands like Milwaukee, DeWalt, and Bosch. I have a couple of types of blades I want to show you, and 3 more tools which I think are similar to products available from brands like Ryobi, Husky, Olight, and Milwaukee. Let's get started taking a look at these tools in more detail and discussing why I decided to include them in my Cool Tools of the Week. First up, oscillating tool blades. According to Toolant, these blades are from the same manufacturer as the Milwaukee ones. There's some obvious resemblance between these two, and I'll make sure to test these Toolant's performance in just a minute. One reason why Toolant can have lower prices than Home Depot is their simpler packaging. Although this Milwaukee case is pretty nice, there's a lot of empty space, and I really don't know if it's much more convenient than carrying them in a simple bag or just a case. Since the Toolant blades are from the same factory as Milwaukee and DeWalt, the connecting mechanism does look the exact same. Let's do a quick recap of the tests. I started with a PVC board and it was a very smooth and fast cut. Next, I cut through a cedar deck board and the cut was okay. When cutting many materials, the tool itself makes as big of a difference as the blade. So keeping the speed on this tool set to 6 made a big difference. Since this blade is rated for wood and some metals, I put 5 18-gauge brad nails into the board. This test was a bit slower than expected, but the following cut through a plain part of the wood went as well as the first cut. The nails don't seem to have damaged any teeth, which is a good sign for the longevity of the blade. The metal blade impressed me cutting through the 5/16 carriage bolt. The times actually got better each test, and the teeth still appear as good as new. If you use a lot of oscillating blades, I definitely recommend trying them out for yourself. Links in the description below. Next up is a work light from the brand Bright. When I first saw this light, I immediately noticed the similar structure it has to this Ryobi workbench light. This light also has some similar features to my favorite tool, the M12 Rover. Starting with price, the Bright comes in at $29.99. The Ryobi workbench light is quite a bit more at $59.99, and the M12 Rover is the most expensive at $69. The most important spec for most users is usually the lumen output. According to the box, this light has 6 modes ranging from 350 lumens to 1700. The Ryobi workbench light has 950 lumens, and the M12 Rover is rated at 700. I don't have any objective way to test these lights right now, but when I run some tests in a minute, we can see how they stack up. Starting with battery life. Obviously, this light isn't run on a normal tool battery like Ryobi or Milwaukee, but it does have an internally rechargeable battery. They include a 3-foot USB-C charging cord, and the battery is 4,400 milliamp hours. There's a fuel gauge on this light, and in addition to being a light and having an internally rechargeable battery, there's a USB-A output so you can recharge your phone or another device. Cycling through the modes on this light is pretty easy. With just a press of the button, you can go through all 6 modes. High, low, and both panels on, high, and low. I found that the mode selection and changing them is easier and more convenient on the Bright. On the Ryobi, it only has 3 modes. Both panels on high, one panel on, and the other. The M12 Rover has 2 modes, high and low. But I do like how they have an extra button here to toggle on the USB port, and it activates the fuel gauge. Another small design aspect of the Bright is the color of the lens. It really smooths out the individual LEDs into one light, which is why for the M12 Rover, I 3D print these covers and sell them on my website. Although I like the 6 different modes on the OmniBright, you do have to cycle through every time to turn the light off. One thing I noticed about the Ryobi is no matter what mode you're on, if you hold the button down for 3 seconds, it'll turn the light off. And I just discovered that the Rover does that too. If you turn it on, this is on high, hold it down, and it turns it off. So it just bypasses those extra modes that the lights have. The next feature I want to talk about is one of the mounting options. On the M12 Rover, one of my favorite aspects about it are these 2 strong magnets on the back. On the bottom of the OmniBright, there's 4 individual magnets with rubber covers, so it shouldn't scratch any of your surfaces. The Ryobi light doesn't have magnets, but the features it does have on this one are some different types of hooks. There's a hook in the middle of the light, hook on the base, and when you open up the light, there's a matching hook on the other end. Similar to that are some different hooks on the OmniBright. A hook in the middle that you could attach a rope or a carabiner to. Inside of this hook is another one that you can open up to attach to something like in a tent. And when you open up the light, there's another light duty hook up here to attach to something else. A great use case for this light would be for car repairs. The magnets conveniently hold it to the hood, and compared to the M12 Rover, the OmniBright is definitely brighter. The hooks also work great if you need lighting from a different angle. For the indoor test, I'm comparing the lighting fixture in the top left to the Ryobi in the top right, OmniBright in the bottom left, and M12 Rover in the bottom right. When the OmniBright is on high, I would say it's a bit brighter than the Ryobi, and it does have a warmer color temperature. Overall, I think this is a very versatile light. It can be a great addition for any tool collection or emergency kit for the car or your home. Another light I think worth checking out is this one from Nikon. The Nikon B70 is currently on sale at toolant.com for $29.19. That's about $25 less than the exact same product sold on Amazon. In this video, I'll be comparing it mainly to the Olight Perrin 2, which is $90 on Amazon. At 1200 lumens on high, it might not be the highest on the market, but the other special features set it apart from the rest. The most notable feature on this light is probably going to be the 90-degree pivot. I'm very impressed with the quality of this pivot. It feels very sturdy and it's flexible because it can stop in any position between the two. The flexibility that this light provides makes it a convenient flashlight for walking my dog, a light you can attach to a backpack, or any metal surface with the magnet in the tail cap. The magnet on the tail cap of this flashlight is very strong. It attaches well to most metal surfaces like scaffolding, doors, and fridges, but it also works great with the pack-out rail adapter I sell on my website. Before I compare this light to the Olight Perrin 2, let's go through the modes. To turn the light on, you just need to hold down on the main power button, and then with a press, you can cycle through the modes. This is moonlight, low, medium, high, and to turn it off, you hold down. But that's not all. There's actually a few more modes on this light. When you turn it on, it'll just have the normal LED, but if you hold down a little bit longer, then you can have a green LED, press, and it's red, single press, red flashing, and hold to turn off. But there's still two more modes. When the light is off or on, if you do a quick triple click, it'll be strobe, and when it's in strobe with a single press, it'll switch it to SOS mode. One feature I found to really like is that in the button, there's a green LED to show you when it's on, and when it's off, it's off. To charge this light on the opposite side of the power button, there's a rubber seal protecting the USB port. It's a USB-C port and a cord is included. In case you're curious, the battery that this comes with is a pretty standard 18650 cell. 2600 milliamp hours and 3.6 volts. Before some comparison tests, let's see what kind of modes the O-Light has. When you hold to turn it on, it will go back to the mode it was last in, and then with another hold, it'll cycle through. And if you double tap, it'll go into turbo mode, which is rated at 2500 lumens. And last but not least, this precision screwdriver set packs a punch. This kit is pretty similar to others I've gotten over the years from Husky, but the variety of bits, quality for the price, and this sweet opening mechanism makes it my personal favorite. At the time of recording this kit at its price of $11.99, it's a great deal. It's less than half the price of a kit I found on Amazon, and it's probably a little bit less than the kits I got from Husky at Home Depot over the years. The 36 different bits in this kit are great for a wide variety of projects, such as electronics repairs, 3D printers, and glasses. I'm really enjoying the way that these bits are stored in the case. The different bits are in these rubber blocks that can rotate in the case or be fully removed. Comparing the handles, I found that this one from Toolant is very high quality. It has a knurled handle, rotating end cap, and this lanyard hole can also be used as a makeshift T-handle with the extension provided. This Husky handle is very skinny. It does have a rotating end cap, but it would definitely be hard to get more torque on a screw. And the one from this kit does have a lanyard hole, but it's not thick enough to get another pin through to use as a T-handle. Thanks for checking out the first episode of Cool Tools of the Week. If you're interested in getting any of these tools for yourself, check out the links in the description below. I'd appreciate any suggestions for future tools of the week in the comments, and as always, smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notified of future tool content. See you in the next one.